I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own. I resign.
Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Out and about today, a bit of a walkabout with the great KAYTO. In a minute I'll show you. It's not a great day for walking. The sun's gone in, and of course I'm in a nice area where I take him for a walk. He likes to come down here on this path and go for a little walk, and we have a chat to you. That's what I like to do, so to get out and about. Now, as I said before, he's getting on a bit now, because as you can see, he come on now, off we go. He likes to have a sniff about. We're going for a walk down to the, well, this is a bridle path based, not a bridle, it used to be a bridle path many years ago, a pathway, and they built a new estate here, but this is like a private estate there, and here they built a public pathway cutting through the fields, farmers' fields, which is a bridle way, or what you already call it in the old days, a footpath, and we all can use it. And of course it was really looking very nice this morning, and I had a few things I got to sort out. Not the BBC, of course, they have not come to my house yet. I'm still under investigation, as you know. And what I wanted to talk about today really was something other than the BBC. Of course, that's what the situation is with the channel, to try and get a few other things other than the BBC, because they will come eventually, maybe 6 months time, 3 months time, who knows when they will come to my door, because we all know what to say and do when they come. It's quite simple, folks, quite simple. What I did want to talk about today, it's an old memory of mine, when I used to be a cab driver many years ago, sort of in the 80s. Yeah, it must have been 1980s, yeah, something like that, I can't remember. When I met the most great snooker player of all time, which is of course Alex Higgins. I used to be cabbing then, and there used to be a big hotel where this tournament got played. It was called the Ladder Classic Tournament, and obviously the tournament was in my local area, and they stayed at all the players stayed at a big posh hotel where my mate Ronnie the Hat, great character Ronnie, we used to call him Ronnie the Hat. I dedicate this hat to Ronnie, my friend, who passed away sadly of stomach cancer many years ago. Had to look after him for a while, but it got too much because obviously he was terminally ill, but I didn't know at the time. And he used to have a boiled egg every morning, 3 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute, not runny, just right, you know, not too runny, not, you know, just right. And he used to chastise me if I got it wrong. Good old Ronnie. Ronnie used to be very well in with the hotel, you see. He was a very, very good character, well with the hotel. It's called the Lord Daresby Hotel in Warrington. Come on then. As I said, the cab was ordered about dinner time a weekend after the tournament. Actually, the tournament finished, I didn't know, I was working this particular morning. I'd been away somewhere, and I came back, and got in my cab, and of course, I was sent to the Lord Daresby Hotel. The names of Higgins, and of course I didn't really realise at the time he was going to be Alex, of course, the great Alex. Of course I just thought it was somebody called Higgins, and of course it never clicked because I didn't think anything of it. So when I got to the hotel, I had to go into the foyer there and say taxi for Higgins. And of course I didn't know. But of course I should have realised with the snooker tournament ban, but I'd been away with my girlfriend a weekend and had another incident which I can't really talk about here, but another bizarre incident which I'll tell you about some other time, another walkabout. Anyway, I met Alex Overling at the foyer there trying to find him. He was on the phone actually, couldn't find him anywhere because the girl said he got a drink. Of course he was with his friend, his great mate Jimmy White. Jimmy was with him that particular day in the foyer. Of course Alex had a pint in his hand. Jimmy was there, only a young lad, about 18. Jimmy was there with his cue in his hand, in his case, and he wanted to go in the taxi, and so I got Jimmy in the car, in the taxi, and got his case in the car, and Jimmy was okay, but we were waiting for Alex. Come on now, come on, stop dawdling, come on. I'll let him take his own pace. Come on now, because there's like some rumble about, which is great for him. It's good. I think it may bloody rain shortly, so I'm trying to do this video without getting too cold. So anyway, I was talking about Alex. He was in the phone box, which is a very small phone box. I couldn't see him. I say, since I saw who it was, you know, I realised it was Higgins and it was Alex I was picking up. So I said, Alex, come on, you're going to catch this London train, you're going to miss it. Because he was catching a train actually, it was a train job. When you're a taxi driver at a train job, believe it or not, you have to get there and get up to the destination. Of course I wasn't late, I was 10 or 15 minutes early for the train to go to London. Well, they were telling me they were going to London, catching the London train, but they were actually, what I found out later, they were going to a tournament in Reading. Or Jimmy told me they were going to Reading, and of course he said, come on, get Alex, get him out, get him in the car, I want to go, I want to get going. That was Jimmy. I'll have to make this the shorter version of this tale about me and Alex because it does get quite complicated. But basically, when I got him in the car, he was changed his mind about 4 or 5 times. Oh, can he take us to somewhere? I think it was Ollie's place. I can't remember exactly where it was. Oliver Reed used to have a beautiful mansion somewhere down south. I can't remember the name of it offhand down, but it was a mansion they used to go at weekends and sort of, you know, have a drunken festive, as there was a beer festival for Alex, I suppose, and drink and probably drugs as well. And he asked me again to sort of, can you take me to Ollie's place? You know, everything all paid for. He said, I'll sort it out, everything. Just take us. And of course Jimmy then didn't want to go. He wanted to check into his hotel in Reading, which is paid for by this next tournament. They have to get expenses and they get money, they get appearance money, prize money, everything else. But he wanted to check in, which that's what they were going to, the next tournament. Anyway, it's quite a long story short, as you have got time to tell you about it this time. Alex was quite aggressive in a way, shouting at Jimmy and that, and come on, let's go, come on, we have a great time and all. And Jimmy said, no, I don't want to go, you know, really. Anyway, I got him to the station, but the station was Banky Station where the train was. And actually early, the train was delayed half an hour, believe it or not. The usual British Railways train was delayed, and it was half an hour late or something. It was the main London connection, but they'd had some problems or something. It was going to be about 20 minutes to half an hour late. So Alex said to me, he said, oh, we've left the playing cards in the hotel room. Can I go and get a pack of playing cards, and you'll square me up and give me some cash and whatever, so we can have a game of cards on the train. So luckily there was a corner shop just down the road on the station. I went down there, got him the playing cards. While he was still in the taxi, got the cards for him and got him to the station. And he said, "Oh, great!" He said, "I will be back here doing a special tournament." He said, "I'll doing a private, what they call these snooker players. They do a what they call them, a private, match. They match play or what a tournament, trick shots and all the rest of it. He was playing a well-known place, which was he had to go and play a tournament, like a pro tournament, kind of an exhibition match. That's right, exhibition. I couldn't remember. Sorry about that. Playing an exhibition match, and he said, "I'll meet you there, and I'll try and get you tickets for the final. The day I'll try and get you tickets so you can come watch the snooker in Sheffield." That's what he promised me. He said, "I'll try and get you some tickets, and I'll." Of course, I gave him all my details, and I said, "Yeah, okay. And if I come back to Warrington, can I ring you, and you can pick me up?" I said, "Okay, great. Yeah, all right, do that." And so I did all the details. So I'm looking forward to sort of next time he come, and I will pick him up. And of course, as it's April now, the snooker's on now. Alex never ran me back, never did anything at all to ring me. And of course, the following year I went back to the tournament. I wasn't working for the same taxi company then, and I was working for somebody else, but they were still staying at the Lord Darsby. But as I said, he couldn't remember me. He couldn't remember anything about what he was. He was probably off his head half the time. Come on, KAYTO. So I said I met him. It was great, really, but the amount of trouble I had with him, was it worth meeting him? It was a bit of a pain, really. One of the other great snooker players that I met at the time was Cliff Thorburn. Absolute gentleman, Cliff Thorburn. You wouldn't meet a nicer fella. And of course, Willie Thorne. Absolutely great people. He liked a bit of a gamble, like a bit of fun. He used to go to exhibition matches, to play while at the tournament. He used to do all kinds of things and play for some good money, £1,000 a night in them days, which is like, say, £5 now. They'd go out and play a tournament somewhere, as they were playing somewhere else, and they'd and when I picked them up once, Willie Thorne and Cliff Thorburn, they always give you a good tip. I think it was at least a £20 note, if I remember them days, and maybe 30 quid. Just money to them, which is like just like paper. And he said, "Yeah, driver, he's 30 quid. Thanks a lot. Can I book it tomorrow?" Well, of course, I couldn't do that because it was had to go through the office. Couldn't do it. So he never gone back to me, but I never thought he would anyway. But as I said, he was at his peak then, when he became going through that divorce and stuff, and he was sort of quite a big star at the time, and he was a fantastic player, don't get me wrong, and I admired him tremendously with snooker playing, but he got in some trouble, Alex, and of course, being just that 15 minutes with him, he was so erratic, so erratic, and one thing changed after another. I can imagine what it was like if you were a referee in a match of Alex, but a tremendous talent when he played, and when he was, it can be nice. He could be a really nice guy. He was quite nice to me. He was shook hands with me and said thanks for your help and stuff. It was all right. He was great, But of course, the following year I went to see him. I gave him a card when he was playing, and I said, "Oh, do you remember you're supposed to get me a ticket?" And he waved to me in the audience because I went to see him. And he said, "Oh, I just forget. They've got so many people. He gets thousands of things, and he just forgot all about it, of course." But he did remember me eventually about the pack of playing cards, which is fine. And shook hands with him again, and I think he was getting beat that time. He was really getting beat. He was I don't know, he just was going through a bad spell. And the snooker table that Ollie was going to buy off him was a snooker table which was given to him, before he told me it was going for £100,000 for Oliver Reed was going to buy it off him, because when he first won the championship they gave him the table he won it on, and Oliver Reed wanted it to put in his mansion. So he told me, because he was telling Jimmy White that Ollie's offered me 100k. Well, it was 100k or £100, I don't know, but probably 100,000 for the table. God, that's a lovely bit of late afternoon sun. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so I was talking about Alex, and when I picked him up, and it was great. Don't get me wrong, it was a shame that what happened to him over later in this year, because when I met him was in the 80s, of course, and he was a tremendous player. He was the people's champion kind of thing, and it was something I was proud of meeting him, you know, really, because one of your heroes you may get to meet when you're a cab driver. And I thought, well, yeah, at least I met the guy and had a chat to him and that. But sadly, over the years, he got in a lot of trouble with the snooker authorities and referees and stuff. But like I say, he was okay. And the main thing my memory with him is he's so erratic, so moving about. And I think, if I can remember, that John Virgo did a impression of Alex when he was always dipping and diving around the snooker table. He was like this. Alex was like this. He was like moving about, like, you know, he was back and two like this. He was never still, moving about like that. You know, he was always moving about and couldn't stay still for a minute.
Alex, bud. Yes. All right. Well, why was it 10 years?
Probably Jack Daniels. Something else.
Anyway, should we have a go?
Of usual tenor.
Our usual tenor. So, I'd like to just close this little spot. I'm sure we're in for a great final tonight, and I think Jimmy has played tremendous today to come back. And I'd like to finish off with the one and only Alec Higgins, who probably played the black something like this.
But anyway, folks, as the sun comes down, it's come out like sunshine. But hope you enjoyed my tale about Alex, because I'd still never forget the moment I met him. He was great. He was really nice. It was a bit hectic, and Jimmy was a bit pissed off, I think, with him, and he wanted to go to Warwick. I could have took him to Warwick, I suppose, and if it had been my own cab and I was a cab driver, it didn't belong to me, the cab, I could have said, right, I'll take you out for 60 quid, 70 quid. I'd have took him to Oliver Reed's place, maybe, and that it ended up at a magical Mr. True with him. And sadly it didn't happen, because it just didn't happen. But I always thought to myself one day, I could have took him to Ollie's place and met Oliver Reed and all the rest of it, because he just wanted to hire me for the weekend. I said, look, I got to go, he just thought I was a cab driver, and the cab belonged to me, wasn't it? I was working for a guy who, on a commission basis, was some other guy who owned the taxi. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it's a bit of a change for the BBC. Of course, when they come, I'll let you know. But of course, dear old Alex, one memory that I'll never forget, he was a really tremendous player. And of course, the snooker's on now. Hope you're watching it, and I'm watching it at my mum and dad's at the moment. I'm watching a bit of snooker and a bit of football and everything, so I'm with my mum and dad's at the moment. Anyway, thanks a lot. For all the new people, got up to 1,800 people on the channel, nearly 2,000. Thanks very much. Hit a like, thumbs up, and all the details, and maybe I can go do some more out and about with KAYTO, because he needs to get a bit of a walk occasionally, but he's okay, but I've taken my time with him. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye now. Bye.